friends, this is me, Max or Prodigy. Do you know what's in this jar? You might say it's empty. Have you already guessed? Of course, air, the most vital thing for living beings on Earth. To make your body work, you need oxygen, which comes from the air. Did you think that you needed just eating vegetables under your parents' pressure? Of course, not just that. First of all, we are the biggest consumers of air. Let me tell you the recipe of this dish. To make perfectly fresh air, you need to stick to these measures: 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, and 0.9% of argon, and 0.1% of other mixed gases. So if you can't swallow the food you hate, you can tell your parents that you are full with fresh air. In fact, you are not the only one who feels under pressure. Yes, sometimes it can be horribly hard to bear all these parents' demands. Eat well, behave well, study well, sleep well, dress well. But can you imagine how the Earth feels under pressure of layers of a gigantic atmosphere where the air comes from? You might say, atmosphere, we don't even feel that. Then have you ever felt how your ears pop? For example, when you swiftly slide down a high hill, go up in an elevator, or travel on a plane, it's all about the air pressure. To explain the cause of your ear popping, let's take a closer look at an ear. There are 3 key sections of our ear: the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. We have a small amount of air sealed in the middle ear space. And then there's all the rest of the air outside, in the atmosphere. Normally, the air pressure inside the middle ear and in the atmosphere are very similar, or at least not different enough to cause any discomfort. When a plane takes off, it swiftly sweeps up to ascend. But our middle ear works not so fast as an airplane. That leads to uneven air pressure levels between our middle ear air and the outside air. Because the higher we go, the lower air pressure is. So when our ear can't deal with such quick changes and feels confused, we might feel an uncomfortable feeling of fullness or pressure because the eardrum sucked inward and stretched. To equalize the pressure in the ear, you need to swallow. This movement makes a small bubble of air enter the middle ear up from the back of a nose. Normally, swallowing causes a little click or popping sound in the ear. Are you still wondering how that pressure occurs? Then let me bring you down to Earth. Our planet is wrapped in several layers of awesome atmosphere. The closest bit of atmosphere to the Earth is called troposphere. It can be measured from 6 to 20 kilometers in height. This is where the weather happens. Blah, 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 blah. Then comes stratosphere. This is the bit jet planes fly in. It also holds the ozone layer, what protects us from the burning sun rays. In the middle, there's mesosphere, which is the coldest part of Earth's atmosphere, with temperatures below minus 143 Celsius. The next layer is thermosphere, which protects the Earth from being battered by too many meteors. the horrible heat burns them up before they reach Earth. Ha ha! And the last layer is exosphere. Exo means outside. Now try to imagine the weight of the atmosphere with all its layers all together. It presses down on each square meter of Earth. And what's more, it presses down on our body too. Fortunately, we don't get squashed flat because of our awesome skill to breathe. And that balances out the effect. Let's call it a day, friends. Bye.